Hey, what is going on, viewers? Zesty Lime Studios here, and welcome back to another drinks review. Today reviewing the Monster Ultra Rosa. Now I did actually review the American can of this about a year ago now actually, because of course it came out in America first. But recently in October 2022 in England, they've released the English version of Ultra Rosa, so it'll be interesting to see how this one compares to the American one, albeit even though it was over a year ago and I did have to pay about £4 to get it imported at one of these candy shops. Anyways, this is in England now for a lot cheaper, so it's all great. Anyways, so let's give you guys a full 360 of the can. So we have the kind of usual Monster Ultra kind of design, logo, etc, etc. So we've kind of got the more silvery M on the front, and then the font at the bottom, and then around the sides we've got the nice flowers, nice pictures of roses and stuff going around the outside. Really actually nicely done if you look at it closely. Actually really nice artwork and how they've designed it, lots of different roses and flowers and stuff. So yeah, really nice packaging if you really just take a second to appreciate it. As you can see, the pattern design on the flowers is really nice. Anyways, then on the back we've just got the ingredients and stuff, and then the story, which we'll read in a second as well. On the bottom we've got nothing, and on the top everything's all standard and silver, including the pouring. I was also taking a note with the can, it's got the rough feel like all of the Ultra cans have. They've got the that scratchy feel, so yes, that's pretty much standard for the Ultra cans. Anyways, reading the story, so it says, roses are red, grapefruit is pink, Ultra Rosa is not what you think. Forget about pink lemonade, blush wine, guavas and strawberries. Ultra Rosa is a whole new experience. Crafted with a light and easy drinking flavour that's also crisp and complex with a floral finish. There's no better way to describe the taste than it tastes like Ultra Rosa. Zero sugar with a full load of a Monster Energy blend. So basically just as exactly the same story as the American Ultra Rosa, it's basically, again, it's not pink lemonade, it's not this, it's not that, it's kind of like a flowery kind of, well, as it says, a floral kind of finish. And it was certainly interesting, the American one, so looking forward to drinking this again. It's indeed 0 grams of sugar, 0 grams of sugar per 100 ml. The caffeine content is on the lower side of 30 milligrams per 100 ml. I thought once used to be 32 milligrams, I'm not too sure, but you know what, those 2 milligrams are going to make no difference whatsoever. But yes, 30 milligrams per 100 ml. And the vitamins are niacin, pantothenic acid, vitamin B6 and B12, so our standard and usual vitamins there. Now reading the ingredients, I know Monster doesn't use aspartame in their Monster Ultra, which is great, and then they have sucralose and a sulfame case, so you have no aspartame, which is brilliant. Anyway, so it's nice and cold. I've got my Zesty Lime Studios cups. Nevertheless, let's open it and see what this one's about. I'm going to give it a quick dry because obviously the can's nice and cold, and I hate when the condensation gets on the can because it just drips everywhere, goes all over my desk, but there we go. Anyway, let's give it a quick dry so it's not going to drip. Anyways, so as I said, from when I last drank it, I'm not going to spoil the video obviously too much because the video is on my channel if you do want to view it. But I don't want to obviously spoil it too much, but I really can't remember really what it colour wise or what it really actually tasted of as such, so it's kind of going into new for me again. Anyways, hopefully it doesn't explode over me. There we go. Right, and the colour is, it's kind of like a pinky, pinky white. I guess that represents the can. There we go, put that to one side. So fizz seems to be about average or normal, which is fine. Quite a lot of small bubbles on the side there, as you can see. I don't really see, but there's tons of small bubbles on the side there rather than bigger bubbles, and a little bit of foam on the top there as well. But anyways, yes, the colour is a pinkish colour. I thought it was a bit whitish at first, but it is just a light pink. But yeah, it's not often you see an actual bright pink energy drink, do you? It's yeah, I think actually I've got my book down here actually just for comparison. Just got a pink book where I put all my drinks reviews in. The colour of this book is pink, and that's the drink. So I mean, yeah, it kind of I guess it matches the book, but yeah. Anyways, interesting. So let's give it a closer smell. See, even though it said the grapefruit on the bag, it kind of smells a little bit like that in a way, but that might just be the kind of flowery aspect to it. But at the same time, I'm getting the grapefruit vibe, so interesting. But yeah, it does smell quite nice regardless. Now, I'm not a fan of grapefruit normally. I think most people aren't a fan of grapefruits because of how just bitter it is in your mouth. But when it's mixed into things, it's a little bit different. But anyways, nevertheless, guys, let's taste some. That is very light and very crisp. I will give it that. This has certainly got to be, I think, the lightest and lightest and crisp Ultra Monster I think I've ever tried. And you know what? It's actually quite nice. It's certainly different, but it's actually really quite nice for what it is. Again, coming from the other one for over a year, they may indeed exactly be the same blends, but they generally aren't, because the American generally have a few different ingredients to the kind of Europe, you know, / England mixes of the drink. So, you know, they should be different in the grand scheme of things. But that's really, really nice. I think for a lot of people, I think this Monster Ultra won't hit hard enough as the Monster Ultra, because I think if you compare this to like the White or something like that, then, you know, they seem to be a lot more stronger on flavour or stuff. But that doesn't mean this drink is a bad thing. And just like the description says, it's definitely light, quite thoroughly, and I say the word again, it's quite crisp and to the point. Again, it's nice and cold, it's nice and to the point with the flavour. Now again, you're probably asking what the actual flavour is itself. Well, it is an interesting flavour. Even though they say, yeah, it's not pink lemonade, it's not guava, it's not, you know, this or whatever. To me, it's almost a mix of everything kind of put together, but they've made it somehow really, really light and crisp, that word again, but at the same time giving it that nice kind of florally finish, which it does have, to be fair. Now, it doesn't just taste of flowers, that's not what I'm saying. Oh, excuse me guys, fizzy. It doesn't just taste of flowers, which is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is kind of like on a nice summer's day, or spring more so, you kind of go over to like a nice flower plant or something, and you kind of just get that nice whiff of stuff, you know, the bees are around it, you just get that nice smell of just summer flowers. It's almost kind of like that in a way, but in a drink. That's probably the best way to describe it, because this is just such a unique and different way of doing it. I mean, if you gave this to someone and said, you know, gave it to someone blind, they'd probably end up saying it's, I don't know what they'd say it would be if you gave it to someone in a blind taste test, because it's really interesting. It definitely is. It is just a mix of things to finish off with a nice thoroughly flowery finish, like it literally says. And you know what? It's really nice, and I'm digging it. Now it's here in England, I definitely will be buying some more of these. It is really nice. And again, as to standard Monster Ultra flavours, you know, there's no harsh chemical tastes, there's no artificial tastes, and that's the good thing about the flavours in this drink. They all just taste nice. There's no just a bit of chemical or a bit of, they just taste really nice, which is great, and which is what you expect from a Monster Ultra can. And especially, I mean, I got this one from Tesco actually, and you know, especially when you can pay now up to £1.45 for a single price marked can in the convenience stores, that's a lot of money. So you should expect, you know, you should expect good quality anyway. But yeah, it's really, really nice. Really impressed with that. Like I said, it's out now in Tesco's and pretty much most of the supermarkets now. It's here in England. So I'm not too sure about Europe, but yeah, England is here. But regardless, it gets a thumbs up from me. And on the percentage scale, it probably gets about, oh, I don't know. I don't think, is it actually better than Monster Ultra Right though? That's what I'm actually trying to think. I don't know, but ultimately, it's just completely different direction for Monster Ultra Rosa or Monster Ultra in general. So I guess probably on the percentage scale, probably 85%. It is really nice, but I'm not absolutely jumping up and down joy about it. So yeah, 85%. But there we go. Anyways, viewers, as always, thank you for watching. If you have tried that drink or the American version or vice versa, when you do pick it up, please let me know in the comments below what you think to the flavour. I'd love to get your views and interests on that drink. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone.